Do you feel like out of all the big movies you've done, and you've done big fucking movies, and be honest, you will be.
Yeah.
Do you feel the most pressure with Superman?
I did up until I finished the script. Now it's fun.
You love the script.
I love the script, and people love the script. And so, like, I feel great about the script, right? I felt a shitload of pressure at the beginning.
Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Do you go through those phases?
Why am I doing this? Definitely. But I think that it was, people know I was offered Superman years ago. I said no because I didn't know quite how to tackle it. And I think that, but because of that, I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. How could I create a Superman that's true to the character of Superman, that absolutely loves the character of Superman, and yet is a take on Superman that's different enough that it's worth, making a big budget movie about it. That it's worth people seeing it, that it won't be boring, all of those things. So now I feel good about it. So now it's fun. Now we're just finding, and then I felt a lot of pressure, frankly, finding, casting the roles.
Sure.
And, saying, God, is there even, I know how hard, it was so hard to find Star-Lord. I can't tell you. I looked at hundreds of people before Chris.
I met with you.
You did.
Yeah.
And, yours was the worst. It was
the
worst
I know.
of all.
I'm aware of it.
No, I mean, I saw so many people for Star-Lord. I couldn't find the right person until Chris. And so I was worried about that. But now that we've kind of done a lot of auditions, we're narrowing it down. We're not done yet. By the way, there's a lot of stories out there about who were auditioning and all these screen tests and all
true.
that. I'm just saying it's not all true. That's for sure. Like, there's things in there that are completely false.
Yeah.
But I can't go out there and say, oh, this isn't true and this isn't true without saying,
Can I ask you
without
this?
going through everything. And by the way, it's not the audience's, right now at this point, I don't think it's the business of anyone who's screen testing for a role. That is a very private thing.
So if someone does that, shut your mouth.
Someone's listen, journalists have to do what they have to do. That's their job.
How would a journalist find out?
They're trying to get hits. They find out some things from agencies, but here's the problem, is that they find out some things from agencies that might be true. They find out other things from agencies, which are agencies pushing their clients and trying to
pump it up. Like, look, don't you see it? Because there's been some things out there I'm like, what?
I think
this person?
I think my client is testing. Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of nonsense that comes out of it. And that's difficult because there's people out there that are supposedly testing that aren't. And that must be difficult for them as people. And there's other people that might be testing,
yeah,
and that are out there that might be testing. And I think it's not. It's a private thing between me and them,
or someone that puts themselves on tape, and then they say, "Oh, I tested." You put yourself on tape.
That happens too.
That happens.
Well, the thing that that happens also is people say, "Hey, they offered me this movie." Like directors do that. I'm like,
I had that with somebody who was on my podcast saying, "Oh yeah, they offered me the role of Lex Luthor." I go, "No, they didn't. They didn't offer anybody the role of Lex Luthor." Then I called the creator and go, "Hey, dude," this goes, "No, that didn't
yeah, that's yeah." No, we had somebody say that. We had these directors say it about a DC project. They offered us this project. I'm like, no. They met with one of our executives about potential projects to pitch on.
Right.
That isn't the same as offering.
They probably, you just have to let it go and go, I'm not fucking even entertaining this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, but whatever the case, there's a lot of untruths out there.
Sure. Let me ask you this, or just promise that, or will the Lex Luthor character, there'll be a Lex Luthor, right? Isn't that already known?
Yeah, everybody thinks there's a Lex Luthor out there, but I've never said there was a Lex Luthor in there.
All right, so if there were a Lex Luthor.
If there were a Lex Luthor, okay.
If there were a Lex Luthor in this movie, and there's a lot of other villains, so it may not be Lex Luthor.
And you are the best Lex, let's admit it. We know you're the best Lex.
Come on, you're being funny.
I'm not being funny. You're definitely the best Lex.
Really?
Definitely.
But not right for your movie.
Not right for my... I didn't say there was even a Lex in the movie. So.
I know, but if there were a Lex Luthor, promise me this.
Uh-huh.
He'll have gravitas, or he'll be Lex Luthor. He won't be playing Lex Luthor, but he's more acting like this character or this or goofy or crazy. He's going to be something that's grounded and real. I know you. I'm sure that's
everything's grounded and real. Yeah. Yeah. Everything's grounded and real.
Because I'm not saying anybody's done that. I'm just saying that, you know,
maybe somebody's done that.
Maybe that's happened.